What happens when the enemy isn't real? When fear becomes a currency and chaos is engineered not by rogue nations, but by the ones who claim to protect us. By 2036, the world stood on the brink, not by chance, but by design. The greatest lies were the ones we believed without question, and the stage was set for disaster. From 2036 to 2039, the world witnessed a series of seemingly unrelated tragedies. A factory explosion in Europe, a cyber attack on an energy grid in Asia, a plane hijacked over the Atlantic, each event blamed on extremist governments, fueling fear and calls for security. But these attacks weren't what they seemed. Behind the headlines, megacorporations orchestrated every crisis. Fabricated evidence, carefully chosen targets, and relentless media coverage painted a picture of instability and danger. Governments, desperate to maintain order, enacted sweeping policies. Policies often written by the very corporations pulling the strings. In 2039, the fabricated chaos escalated. A devastating attack leveled a major city, killing millions. A coalition of rogue nations was blamed, their governments condemned as threats to global peace. The world's focus shifted entirely to fear of an external enemy, leaving no time to question the inconsistencies. By now, the megacorporations had finalized their preparations for the Great Collapse. Critical systems were fully separated from the public internet, isolated and secure, while the rest of the world remained vulnerable. Early in 2040, the final move was made. A sophisticated virus was unleashed into the public internet, crippling power grids, water treatment facilities, and public transportation systems. Smart devices, once symbols of progress, became bricks in an instant. Hospitals lost access to life-saving equipment, financial markets spiraled into chaos, and food supply chains froze. The result? A world brought to its knees in days, its infrastructure shattered. The collapse was devastating, but it was also calculated. This chaos would soon become the argument for a new world order, one where nations were obsolete, and corporations would take the reins. Next, the Great Collapse wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a new strategy. With the world in ruins, the megacorporations launched their next operation. Controlled burn and economy shield. Chaos became their weapon, and survival was no longer a right, it was a product. Thanks for watching. If you like my content, please consider to like and subscribe, and have a look at the full playlist.